Hello, this is Jzaniece Smith for WDEE-TV Headline News, coming to you from the WDEE-TV studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Our top story today comes from the Chelsea Standard. No byline was given. A Chelsea teenager has been arraigned on assault and battery charges stemming from an attack to her mother September 4th. The Chelsea Police Department said officers responded to the 200 block of Harrison Street around 9:32 p.m. for a report of a domestic assault between the suspect and her mother. The mother told police she and the girl got into an argument over her daughter wanting to take the family car even though she was intoxicated. The mother stated that she refused to give the keys to her daughter, who became assaultive towards the mother, striking her and throwing the keys at the victim. Police went to the location and found the suspect and placed her under arrest for domestic assault. The girl was booked and transported to the Washtenaw County Jail, where she was held pending warrant authorization and review by the Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office. On Saturday, September 6, the Washtenaw County prosecutors authorized a 2-count warrant for assault and battery. The suspect was later arraigned on the charges. More of this story can be found on the local newsfeed link on our website, WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, no late fees for Saline residents.
At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free. Morgan Taylor is located at 133 West Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. Clothing and accessories for men, women, and children at Morgan Taylor. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 734-221-0296. Ask about layaways and in-store financing. At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free.
Welcome back. This is Jzaniece Smith for WDEE-TV Headline News, coming to you from the WDEE-TV studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Our next story today comes from the Saline reporter and writer Austin Smith. Residents who did not receive their July utility bills due to an apparent postal error will have late payment fees waived. The city discovered in mid-August, after late notices were sent in the mail, that up to 60 residents never received their water bills. Treasurer Mickey Jo Bennett said Monday they still haven't been able to pinpoint exactly where the mistake happened. Bennett said, however, that they are positive all of the bills were printed and delivered to the post office. There is an error. I'm fairly certain it's not a billing error, but we're pretty sure it's a delivery error, Bennett told City Council on Monday. The city reviewed billing records that indicate the number of bills printed, distributed, and postage paid for was in comparison to the same number billed quarterly, according to a previous statement. The quarterly count was verified with the mailing agent and with the postage permit paid at the United States Postal Office. Complaints were concentrated in the same neighborhood along with the same route, according to Bennett. The city has filed a claim to the United States Postal Services, and the investigation is ongoing. Mayor Brian Morrow said he had no issue with waiving late fees for those residents given the bizarre circumstances. There are some extraordinary circumstances at play here. I've spoken to a number of people who have not received their most recent utility bills. These are citizens who pay on time, said Morrow. More on this story can be found on the local news feeds link on our website, WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, Matty Maroon offers Detroit $1.1 million more for land that the state wants for new bridge. Welcome back. This is Jzaniece Smith for WDEE-TV Headline News, coming to you from the WDEE-TV studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Our next story today comes from the Detroit Free Press and writer Joe Guillen. Detroit Emergency Manager Kevin Orr is poised to approve a $1.4 million land sale to the state for a new bridge to Windsor, despite skepticism from city council members about the price and lack of strong community benefits. But on Monday, Manuel Matty Maroon offered the city more money for the land. City officials did not show much interest in the offer. Orr's intention to approve the deal regardless of the council's wishes were clear after concerns raised at a public hearing Monday. Gary Brown, the city's operations chief, told council members that Orr would overrule them if they rejected the sale, and the resulting deal could be worse. He will approve the land transfer, and it may not have a community benefits agreement attached to it, Brown said. The debate over the sale of 301 tax-reverted city parcels brought to the light widespread support for protections for the Delray community where the bridge will be built. Community members are pushing for a community benefits agreement in which environmental concerns are addressed, locals are offered employment opportunities, and displaced residents are adequately relocated. The Canadian government is funding most of the bridge project's costs and will cover the state's costs for buying Detroit's land. The bridge, known as the New International Trade Crossing, or NITC, could put thousands of people to work in southeast Michigan and revitalize the trade corridor with Canada. It will connect highways in Detroit and Windsor, relieving traffic congestion for commercial trucks and other vehicles. More on this story can be found on the local news feeds links on our website, WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, what kind of pay raise will you expect for 2015?
At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free. Morgan Taylor is located at 133 West Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. Clothing and accessories for men, women, and children at Morgan Taylor. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 734-221-0296. Ask about layaways and in-store financing. At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free.
Welcome back. This is Jzaniece Smith for WDEE-TV Headline News, coming to you from the WDEE-TV studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Our next story today comes from USA Today and writer Gary Strauss. How much of a pay raise are you expecting next year? U.S. employers are planning to give pay raises averaging 3% next year, about par with the 2.9% average raise in 2014 and 2013, according to a survey of nearly 1,100 U.S. companies out Monday by compensation consultant Towers Watson. Inflation is currently running at about 2.1%. Your average employee is barely keeping ahead of inflation, says Towers Watson Managing Director Lori Sajan. It's a little bit disappointing. Top performers who received the highest performance ratings received 4.5% raises this year, while average rated workers got a 2.6% boost. A broader international Towers Watson study found that companies are falling short of pay and incentive programs and are not differentiating pay for top performers as much as they have been in the recent years. And among more than 32,000 employees who participated in the survey, just 50% believe that they were as fairly compensated as their peers, and just 40% see clear links between pay and performance. Employees believe that employers are falling short in how pay decisions are made, and that there is much need for improvement, Sajan says. As the labor market heats up, soft salary increases could spur more turnover. Base pay is the number one reason why employees join a company or choose to leave, Sajan says. So there's value in companies making the effort to improve base pay. More on this story can be found on the local news feeds link on our website, WDEE-TV.com. Coming up next, what to do with the food in your refrigerator after a power outage. Welcome back. This is Jzaniece Smith for WDEE-TV Headline News, coming to you from the WDEE-TV studios in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Our final story today comes from the Detroit Free Press and writer Susan Salaski. Since Friday's storms, many folks have been without power, and that means refrigerators and freezers full of food have not been operating properly. Depending on when and how long the power has been out, here are a few things to keep in mind according to the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service. When it comes to foods that may have been compromised during a power outage, the best rule to follow is, when in doubt, throw it out. If your power was out just a few hours and you didn't open the refrigerator or freezer, chances are the food is okay. A refrigerator should keep food cold for 4 hours and a half-full freezer 24 hours. 48 hours if the freezer is full, if you don't open the doors. Try not to open the refrigerator and freezer doors. Doing so, let the cold air escape. Surround food with ice to keep it cold or place in a cooler to keep it cold. Replenish with ice often. Use a refrigerator freezer thermometer to check the temperatures. Store meats, poultry, and seafood separately and away from other perishables like produce in case they do thaw and leak through packaging. If you know the power will be out for an extended period, get ice or dry ice to keep the foods cold. In either the refrigerator or freezer, if the temperature is 40 degrees or below, the food is safe. Check the packages. If food still contains ice crystals or is at 40 degrees or below when checked with a food thermometer, you can refreeze it. Never taste food to determine whether it's safe. Bacterial growth can take place in these foods that have been above 40 degrees for 2 hours or more. The list of foods to toss and food to save can be found on the local news feed link on our website, WDEE-TV.com. For WDEE-TV Headline News, this has been Jzaniece Smith. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful evening.
At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free. Morgan Taylor is located at 133 West Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. Clothing and accessories for men, women, and children at Morgan Taylor. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 734-221-0296. Ask about layaways and in-store financing. At Morgan Taylor, buy 2 suits, get a 3rd suit free.